Yo guys, what's good? Gear43 here, back again today guys, and today guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to drift an all-wheel drive drift car. Now again, like the front-wheel drive drift car video, if you guys watched that, this is my third time doing this because I kept messing up. The first car didn't turn out too well, second time it turned out well, but the video broke. So we have to go ahead and refilm it again. Anyway guys, I just finished filming the front-wheel drive drift car video. As you see, I'm in the Mazda Speed 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get into the showroom, and we're going to go ahead and pick out the car that I made originally in the all-wheel drive drift video. Now, if you guys just watched the front-wheel drive drift video, it might be a little bit longer because we were using a Volvo 850R. Now, the thing is, though, we were like, okay, maybe this will be a good drift car, so I made it up like a drift car, gave it a engine upgrade and all this sort of stuff. But we ended up with like 750 horsepower, which is insane for a front-wheel drive car. And it just didn't work out. It was too much power to even drift. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and come in here to Surface Paradise. If it'll actually, like... Oh my gosh, I think I realized what I got to do. If you guys turn it off, because right now I had turned it off. I thought maybe it'd still let me in. But, nope. Something's going on. It won't let me into Surface Paradise for some godforsaken reason. Let's see if it'll let me in now. Yep, there it goes. So we're going to go ahead and pick up the car that I made in the all-wheel drive video because it's probably one of my favorite cars. It's the car I learned how to drift with, essentially. Same tune, everything. And I built this car back in Forza 3. Not Forza Horizon 3, Forza 3. So this was many, many, many years ago. I think I didn't even have a driver's license at the time, guys. It was that long ago. And I'm 22 now. So, but we're going to come over here to Nissan. Now, most Nissans are all-wheel drive, or rear-wheel drive. You know, that one's rear-wheel drive. The GTRs are all-wheel drive. But what we're going to pick up is we're going to pick up the Nissan Fairlady Z. Now, I've converted this one to all-wheel drive, and I'm going to show you guys the upgrades that I did. So, we're going to go ahead and pick this car. Oh, man. And go ahead and here in upgrades. And so what I did, guys, is it's got my drift wheels, my favorite wheels on the car. I went ahead and converted it, the engine swap over to the 3.8 liter V6 TT engine. Give it as much power as possible. Went ahead and made it all-wheel drive because that's how I do. I gave it just the side skirts right there, not a big deal. As well, don't do the tires. Don't do the front tires, but do the rear tires, because this is very similar to a rear-wheel drive drift car. Now, if you guys want to know how to build a rear-wheel drive drift car, you can go ahead and check out the video. You'll see a big old van on it, and it's just how to build a drift car. Now, because most drift cars are rear-wheel drive. So this is more how to build a power slide car, what some people would call it. And, of course, just did all that. Did all the engine upgrades, you know, maxed out. So maxed out at, like, S1 840. So what we're going to go ahead and do, though, is... Now, the tune, what I did, everything is very, very similar. You know, I gave the front tire pressure just a little bit lower than the rear, which is at max. Gearing has been set like that. Alignment, full camber, low angle caster. Again, made it stiff, lower, everything like that. Braking, we actually put it in the rear. I don't know why I did that. I kind of wanted it in the front. And then on the differential, we did the 140 like we do with all our drift cars, because that's just sort of how I like it. But on the center, you put it all the way at 95. That way you get more torque in the rear. And I don't know if anyone's ever explained, you know, the difference between horsepower and torque. Horsepower is how fast you'll go. Torque is how far you'll take the wall with you. So, essentially, the torque is going to allow us to get more rear wheel spin. And from that, what we're going to do is we have 95%. It's almost a rear-wheel drive drift car, guys. But it's all-wheel drive, and it's going to help us, you know, just get a little bit more control, especially for those learners out there. You know, having those front wheels spinning will help them, you know, sort of do well. And I just sort of go into third gear. And as you see, guys, it's just drifting like a champion. But because of the front wheels there, it's just easier to control than a rear-wheel drive car, because they're spinning just a little bit, making sure that you can pull. Ooh, we got a car we haven't seen yet. Gonna go ahead and take a picture. SVT Cobra. I couldn't even tell what it was. It's so foggy out. And what we're gonna go ahead and do is, like before in the front-wheel drive car, we're gonna go ahead and fast travel over here to this drift zone, and we're gonna see how we can get. Now, I'm almost hoping that with this car we can get 100,000. Doubtful, as my record's like 92,000 with an actual drift car. But we'll see. We will see. Hopefully this video doesn't break, because I just got the signal on my monitor that's saying there's a problem with your broadcast. Try lowering your broadcast quality. Thing is, though, I don't know how to do that, and I can't seem to figure out how to do it on Google. But what we're going to go ahead and do is start making our way over this way. Third gear. It's dark. I don't like that. Guys, we're just taking those corners pretty easily there, and it's almost drifting like a rear-wheel drive car, but not quite. You get just a little bit more control. Well, we did just set a record, I think. I think my record was like 92. Yep, new personal best. There we go. And one good thing, though, with the all-wheel drive cars, though, is you can go uphill, or unless I mess up, because I'm not very talented. I make mistakes, guys. I'm not perfect, but we're gonna go ahead. But because you get that little bit of front wheel spin, you can go uphill, and with certain tunes, you can go off-road. Now, this car is not good for off-road because it is just too low in general. But, for example, I actually use the Ford Rally Raid as my off-road drift car, and we already got 3 stars, guys. And we still got quite a few turns still to go. Alright, we got 1 turn left. We're going to hit 78,000 going uphill, which isn't too bad either. You still get that 3 stars, which is nice. But what I like to do is off-road. I have a very similar car. We're going to go ahead and back over here to Surface Paradise. Just fast 0 credits, not a big deal. And we're going to pick up my Rally Raid pickup truck. Now, this is the really, really, really expensive one. It's made by Ford. It's the Ford Ranger Rally Raid. Not the trophy truck. I absolutely despise that trophy truck. It is not good at all. It has like the most amount of power it can get, and it is just slow beyond slow can be. And I've won both of them from wheel spins. I did not buy them because they are just too expensive and not particularly great. But we'll go over here into Ford. And as well, the 2017 Ford Raptor, guys, not a good drift car either. But we're going to go ahead and pick up this car. As you can notice, the wheelbase looks a little shorter. It's a little bit more compact than, say, this one right here, the 2013 Raptor Shelby. This one there. But anything that's a little bit higher, like maybe if you even put rally suspension, say, on a on like a Subaru, that would be a good off-roader for all-wheel drive. This one, though, it's an S2 class, so it does have a lot of power. It's got a lot of stuff on it. I want to make sure it's got the right tune. Yeah, it doesn't have the right tune on it right now. So we're going to go ahead and load up my drift tune that I made. Oh, I didn't save it. I didn't save it. That's not good, guys. We're going to go ahead and just throw it on then. just keep on doing that. You know, low caster, gearing. Rear PSI. Now we're not going to make it super high because we are going off-road. Anti-roll bars. You want them a little bit stiffer, but you don't want them super stiff, and you don't want them super soft like you would for like a rally car. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But we will keep the ride height on there, but oh man, got to add more stiffness. And I always like to do the rear just a little bit softer, but not too much softer. But we don't want it stiff like a race car either, or like a on-road drift car. So we're going to go ahead and do our rally raid truck, no aero, more braking, acceleration, 100%, like 43, whatever. Just as long as it's around like 40, guys, it's not too big of a deal. And we're only going to put it at like 85. That way we can get the and everything still like that. But you'll still have a little bit more in the front just to pull you on those dirt roads. And what we're going to do is we're going to head on over here to the biggest road in the game that they didn't pave. They didn't pave the road, guys. It's just bad. They should have paved this road. It would have been the best drifting road in the game. It would have been so amazing. You know, they put 2 drift zones on it that have requirements of 90 and 80,000. And it's just it's mind-boggling why they didn't pave it. As you see, we're already a little bit squirrely there. Hit a jump. Now as well, guys, I do like this truck for the jumps, which I'm going to be doing a video on later. In fact, probably one of my favorite jumps is right there. Whoop, just spun out. Come on, an IPL, get all the way. There we go. I don't know if that is actually an IPL. No, that's a G37. No, 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 no! Ah, damn it. We're gonna go ahead and restart that, guys. Messed up. Keep messing up. Can't be doing this, guys. I just can't be. Ugh. Don't you break on me. It's giving me the signal that it might break on me. Don't break on me. Well, I keep Twitch up while I'm streaming on my computer while I'm streaming on my Xbox. That way I know it's not breaking. Don't break on me. Come on, flip. Oh, it actually kept our points. That's nice. And we're going to get 107,000. I think that's actually a new record. I think my record before was like 98,000. But as you see, guys, like that was a great drift road. And this is a great drift truck. And it still goes on as being a great drift road. All they had to do was get rid of the puddles and pave it. Or at least, you know, since they have the Outback, and since a lot of those expansions that have been out in like the previous Rising games have been like, you know, have been rally based. I'm hoping that maybe they'll do like a drift based one. Or like one thing I saw that would have been a cool idea is expanding Australia even more, since there is just, it's such a big continent as it is, and big country as it is a continent and country, guys. If you don't know, you should know that. But there's probably some people out there that don't know that, especially some of my fellow Americans, unfortunately. But yeah. Now, we didn't get 3 stars that time around, guys, but that's because I don't have a lot of talent. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe they'll like expand it, because there are like racetracks in Australia. They could actually like take a racetrack and put it here. Like I think the one that somebody mentioned was Bathurst. I'm not sure if that actually is the right one, but it is apparently a racetrack in Australia that's pretty well known. And they could do that, and they could make that an expansion. Or like, what I would really like to see is like a boat to New Zealand with more like famous drift cars. Like maybe you could get some like Ken Block's drift cars, or just some other drift cars that are out there that are famous. Some Vulcan drift cars like the Ford Mustang. Have them like pre-tuned, sort of like they did with like these rally raid trucks and stuff like that. And as you guys see, this truck does work off on-road too. So I will be putting this tune up onto my storefront. Oh, that's going to be a record.
Arrived at your destination.
119,000, guys. That's a pretty good one. I actually want to check the let's see. In my clan, 167 was the maximum, and in the world, 202 is the maximum. So I'm still below, but not as far below as, like, say I was before. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you like it, hit the like button down below, and subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. As you guys know, your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about all-wheel drive drifting, and why you think they didn't pave the windiest road in this game. I mean, seriously, come on. The best road in this game for drifters, and you don't pave it. Anyway, guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Bye!